We are live at Buca di Beppo on Wolf Road. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Dan here at Buca is a smart man. He's like, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring the food out 10 minutes after you start. That way they don't have their mouth full. When you ask for cheers, you'll get them. He's a smart man. But yeah, we have a great crowd here. The flock is here. Everybody's hanging out. I see defense coordinator Dwayne Hollis is here. I see Darius Prince. I see Paul Tonic, who we're going to talk to a little bit. But most importantly, he is the professor. He is the head of Flock University. He is head coach and general manager, Damon Ware, everybody. And that's the fat guy who plays president. It's the first time in like over a month, I think we've been in the same room to do the show.
I know. It's been a wild ride the last month. So a lot of different events, Super Bowl and trips and all-star games, but we're here, so that's all about.
I see the City of Albany Pipe Band is represented, and I don't know if you guys know this, but we're working with them on some stuff. They may or may not be involved in the very first entrance for the team this season. So if you like some badass bagpipes leading out a badass team, we might have something for you. So just be ready for that. Now you can't back out. All right, so it is Flock University live from Buca di Beppo. You guys, if you're in the car headed over, get over here. The staff here at Buca is amazing. Dan, who is the boss here, also amazing. They're putting together a nice little spread for everybody to eat, a free buffet. All we ask is that you take care of the staff because they are amazing. And listen, I want to be welcome here. So you don't get the swimmer's bill not eating at Buca. Family style is Jeff style. You know what I'm saying? So, Coach, how have you been? Again, I haven't seen you. Like, I've seen you in person, but we haven't done a show together in person in quite some time. How is the life over Ware?
Busy. There's so much going on, dealing with the league and what's to come over the next couple of weeks. Starting our coaches meetings, starting our player meetings, just getting ready for camp. I mean, camp is really not, and it seems so long away, but now it's so close, and so now we're scrambling just to make sure we've got every little detail put together, every I dotted, every T crossed, and so we want to bring the Capital Regional Mega Championship, and we are super focused.
We just I saw somebody, they were complaining about the mics. We have fixed that issue. It was a little tech issue because I used basically I used this system when I was in Vegas, and it changed the reasons. There's reasons, and it changed some of the settings. So we should be good. We should be good to go. You should hear everything perfectly. Everybody here heard everything. Y'all out there, you didn't hear nothing, but you heard it. It sounded like we were down the hall though. Yeah. So lots going on. As you mentioned, we're at 66 days until we kick off. It's actually 65 days, 22 hours, and a couple minutes until kickoff. So I mean, we're talking about where the finish line is ahead of us, and it's coming quick. And the finish line is not just the finish; that's just the kick for the first game. So with 66 days left, you mentioned you've already got a lot of things going on, but when I say 66, do you go, that's too long? I'm ready to get this team out here and compete, or is that too short? I got stuff I want to do still.
I mean, there's a line we always say as coaches and players. Stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And so we've always been ready, and every person on the staff was ready the day they were put to contract. And so we were ready last year. I mean, we definitely should have another championship under our belt. So there's a lot of personal reasons this year is very special for us. Obviously the rebrand and bringing back the Firebirds name, we've loved that. There's the community support and just the excitement around the Firebirds name has been just second to none. And like I said, me moving into town and just being embraced by the community, all these things are just great things. And so we've been ready. It's always nerve-wracking, obviously, 66 days to the first game, but it's a lot less for us to get ready for camp. And so there's a lot of little details you've got to put together. So our coaching staff has been hard at work, going over film with the guys that we've signed and doing the things that we need to do to get ready for camp and figuring out all the little responsibilities and details that we need to do to get ready for the first game. And so it's a busy time, but we're super excited. I love the staff that we've got. We're all here working, we're grinding. grinding, we're doing the little things, and we're just ready to go. And so I can't wait for training camp to start April 6th.
You mean 51 days, 5 hours, 54 minutes, and 30 seconds? That's all I do. That's all I just build timers. That's my whole job. Timers. You say reasons, I say timers.
I got you.
No, it's stressful on mine. One of my favorite questions that I get whenever we're out in public is like, where's the team? How do you feel? What's going on? Whatever. And I'm always like, the roster? Oh, we're going to kill everybody. We're going to win all the things. This is going to be I've done a bunch of interviews with, podcasts across the country to talk about the team. And each one of those ends with them going off the air and going, you guys are good. And I'm like, yeah, Coach Ware knows what he's doing. This is going to be, the roster's going to be great. All the stuff I'm responsible for is, we'll see how it goes. But no, it's like the roster itself. When you look at the names, I like to tell people there's the names you know and the names you're about to know.
Right. We've put together just a great, and we're not done. That's the fun thing, is we still got a few spots that we're going to get done. We may or may not have one tryout. I thought we did a real great job in 2021 of having a tryout, and it did bear some fruit and bringing in one player that was really, really good for us in 21. So we might have one tryout in the early part of March. We're trying to figure that out if it's necessary to do, but we want to expose our brand to as many players, as many people as we possibly can. And so tryouts are sometimes just an opportunity for a bunch of people to fly in, to get in front of our coaching staff, to get in front of our community. And those things are always positive. And so we'll definitely consider that. We're trying to figure those things out. But really, we've got a great group of guys. We're finalizing the last couple of pieces, but we've got some great guys we're going to bring to the community, great character guys, great people, that we're just real excited to get after it and start practicing. And that's what it's all about, is once you get to practice and see these guys work and all that they've done in the off season to prepare, that's what it's all about. It's, all the talk is over. There's no more talking on podcasts about who's got the best roster and who's going to win the championship. It's time to just get after it and go after it. And you know what, like I said, we truly expect to be competing for a championship every single year here. And that's important to us. And those expectations, we hold those dear. And so we've put together a great football team, a great staff, and we're just ready to get started. We're excited.
So here's the deal. So for you guys who haven't seen the layout, the offices at MVP Arena have changed dramatically. So like we had a very structured, nice office. We'll just call it Hurricane 84 blew through. And we had to start over. So like we're all in different places and everything like that. So I'm still like, there's days where I'm walking through the office just figuring out what key does what. Like I know how to, like Coach Ware has control of his office. Hollis has his. Prince, it's his house. I mean, let's just be honest. Darius does. Darius, don't go in there. That's where he lives now. Like key to my office. So I'm going around checking the keys that I've got. I've got a key ring. I'm just like, what goes where? Whatever. And Coach Ware's light was off. So I was like, oh, he's not even here. Perfect. Let me grab the door. I start jumping. Also here, help you? I'm like, he's having a meeting. So like we're 66 days from kickoff. We're 50 plus days till camp. We're like meetings right now. What are they and what are the point of them?
So again, every detail is important. And so we are meeting over all the details. It's where do we see each player and where they fit on our team? What's our vision? What's the player's vision? It's getting ready for our first days of practice. So it's scripting our plays. It's designing the practice. It's putting together the individual drills. We are really about putting together all the details. So we are right now on our meeting time. It's every detail. It's putting together our meetings. I'm just a stickler of making sure everything's perfect. So we're going through our presentations. We're going through what we're going to do our first days of training camp. We're going through our roster over and over again. We watch the film of these guys over and over and over. You might miss something, and like, that's how important it is to me for every detail to be important. We're going to watch a guy's film 10, 15 times. Where does this guy fit with us? What can this guy help us win a championship? We're constantly going over the details. And so ultimately, when we end up with our 35 guys that come to camp, we believe every one of those 35 guys will help us win a championship. And so every detail matters. Our coaches matter. Everything they do, I even watch our coaches film. When I watch practice film, I watch coaches, where their energy's at, how they're interacting with the guys. I'm just a stickler for details. And so like I said, I'm getting everybody prepared for what's to come. It's a grind. It's Ironman ball is hard too. That's a whole nother thing that to talk about. There's a big difference between having a team that's an offense and a team that's a defense. When you're having Ironman and guys are going both ways, it's adds so many other details to your practice, to your rotations, to how you get guys reps. And so we've been just making sure that all those details are fine-tuned and we're ready to go. And so, like I said, we want to bring another championship to the Capital Region. That's our focus. It's not lip service. Some teams can say, hey, we want to win the championship and not mean it. And if everything, the sun, the moon, the stars align right, they'll be okay. But here, we believe in winning championships, and it's for you guys.
So, Coach, we're live at Buca di Beppo. I see the food is about ready. So we got to any point we want these guys to actually hear, we're gonna have to make now because they'll be chewing soon. The Arena Football 101. So when you talk about getting these guys ready and understanding like their skills from watching their tape and everything, are you coaching them now on like when you reach out? Are you going to somebody like if I was, to be an O-lineman, would you be like, listen, Levack, here's what I need you to work on, X, Y, and Z?
So absolutely. So we have another meeting this week, Thursday night. We'll go over some philosophical things. We'll go over some things to expect, those kind of things. I meet with our quarterbacks every week. Obviously, it's a quarterback-driven league, so I meet with our quarterbacks every week. We're going over every little detail of things they're working on, routes they should be throwing, how they should drop in their practice time. So these are all the things that we're going after. And so, let's just talk about a little bit about just what Ironman football is. And so this year we've agreed. Last year we had 3 specialists. So that meant you could have 3 people that played one way on each side of the ball. This year we've gone back to true arena rules, which is 2 people. So out of our 8 people on the field, 2 people play one way and the other 6 play 2 ways. And so it's complicated because in our day and time, you look at guys like Travis Hunter at University of Colorado, he's truly starting at wide receiver and starting at defensive back. But how many other names do you hear that are playing positions like that where it's an everyday thing? So what we have to do as coaching staff is take somebody's film. It's a defensive back. All right, let's look at all the little details. Let's look at hip fluidity, all these things that we're looking at. But now we have to judge that on, can this guy turn around and play wide receiver and be productive? And so it's not an exact science. You have to take all these little things into consideration and then hope this guy will do a job that he hasn't done since maybe high school. And so this is a very complicated side of football. And so we go over these details over and over. So you have to talk to these kids about, hey, you're a receiver. Better be working on your back pedal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, so we've got one of the best receivers in the country. So you really know your specialist job's already taken.
Markel Wade.
So you go start a fight.
He's still smiling. It's okay. Darius smiled at that one. It's all right. Well, all right. But so Darius Prince, obviously, he's the offensive weapon of all offensive weapons when it comes to arena football. But he can play defense. I've seen it happen. But with Wade, he's a speed receiver. I thought he was gonna be too fast to be inside. He actually transitioned nicely into defense. And when you said hip fluidity, by the way, that's the Flock's homework this week. Everyone has to use hip fluidity in a conversation and then send us the tape. That's what we want. I want because right now I got hip fluidity because I think Dan just said you can eat. So I'm like, look at the hip fluidity.
I love it.
People on a dime.
But this is a great time for a little trivia question.
Okay.
Since we're talking about Markel Wade. So whoever can tell me the year that Markel Wade and I put up some huge numbers and he was first team in another league, you can tell me that year, you'll win a prize. So we'll start there. We'll start there.
Lisa, do you want to do first? What do you got? Yeah. Well, that's not a year.
Got to say the year.
Those are letters. Who's got?
I will keep waiting until I get the right answer.
All right, that was not the right answer so far.
So I'll keep waiting for the right answer.
All right.
But anyway, let's take a person like Wade.
Yeah. By the way, before somebody's like, I commented and I got it right. You got to be at Buca to win the prizes at Buca. Because right. People at Buca are getting a buffet. People at Buca are getting prizes. You come to Buca. Come on, come on. I love it. I do respect that, like they got like the wedding table thing going on, where it's like, all right, I'm gonna go first, and this table, this, and that's just they made this rule here.
Right.
The flock is very
I
flock
love
and
it.
smart.
Well, let's take Markel Wade.
Okay.
So Markel Wade was, kid out of University of Arkansas, great kid. He's a wide receiver, return specialist guy, just does a great job. So when we brought him here in 22, you got to think this is a kid that hasn't played defensive back since high school. There's no exact science to say.
Nani pops right in. 1973, since our answers don't count online.
Wild. But you take a kid like this. He's a great return specialist, one of the best in the country. He's a great receiver. He's got all these abilities. But you have to see him as a defensive back because ultimately we have Darius Prince here, and that's our specialist. And so Wade was a guy that came in. He embraces the fact of being a team guy. He got with Hollis and learned the game and felt good about what he was doing. He worked hard as heck, and he became one of the best two-way guys in the league. And so this is what we expect for guys that want to come here to the Calper region. You got to be a team first guy. You can't be an individual coming here, especially in Ironman football, because it's just a different way of playing the game. So if you want to be all about you, if your individual goals are bigger than the team goals, you won't make it here. And so I tell all our guys, the first thing you got to tell me on the phone before I'll sign you is I really want to be in Albany, in the capital region, and I want to be with you guys. That's the first thing. I will not even sign you until you say something close to that. But you got to be a team first guy because it's Ironman's different. There's an offensive group, there's a defensive group, there's all these substitutions that are going on. There's rules on the substitutions. Sometimes you'll play 3 drives a game and that's it. And if you can't embrace that, then you don't want to win a championship with us. And so obviously for us is you got to want to be here, be a team first guy. And so those are the guys that we recruit. And that's why we win, because guys really want to be here. And if you don't want to be here, you won't be here. Pretty simple.
I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Again, a lot of guesses online. But we haven't had a guest here in a while for the. Now, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Is the team that you did that on, are they still in that league?
So they are not in that league anymore.
So you can't Google it, is what we're going to tell you right now.
Google it on the league's website. And I've always hated, and there was another league that we were part of, obviously, before that does that too, is why do you take people's stats off your stat line? Because the team is no longer there. That's not a player thing. That's not a coach's thing. That's an owner thing. Penalize the owner for not being a part of the league for many, many years, but don't penalize the players and coaches for records and stats and those kind of things. But yes, there's a very specific year. Obviously, Wade, as a very young receiver, came in and just put on an absolute show for us and did a really great job. So
I feel like people went from guessing the year to how many slices of pizza they could fit in their mouth.
I
ain't mad about it. I get it. I'm with it. I'm with it.
I get it.
If that be the case,
somebody will eat a couple of pizza and probably come up with the year.
There's also a couple other things that we're doing right now as we're live here at Buca di Beppo. You want to welcome back a member of the staff?
Come on up, Tonic.
Yeah. So welcome back, Paul Tonic, Paul's gonna put this headset on real quick, and then. So as I can tell you right now, there was a lot of people went through a lot of things in the year that shall not be mentioned. Paul Tonic came in to work with you and other coaches, and then Paul Tonic became the guy who I think you were chief bottle washer, Gatorade mixer, defensive coordinator. I think you were almost head coach one day. Like every job that got washed away by crazy, you had to take. What the heck are you doing back here?
Well, this guy that's next to me, I got into it because of him. He reached out to me on LinkedIn. I responded back, and this relationship started. And even when things kind of went away, my relationship with him didn't. So when I came back home from, coaching college ball, I said, "What do you need?" And he told me what he needed, and I'm here.
Paul Tonic, everybody. Welcome back, Paul Tonic. I mean, that's what it's about. So like you hear about coaching trees. You have a coaching tree.
It's important to me, and we talked about it in our meeting the other day. It's it's important to me. Like I said, I've been coached by some very good people, and I just feel it would be really crappy of me if I did not take that knowledge that I've learned and give it to other people. And so there are some people that are guarded and they're insecure about their job. And if I give this information away, they might, get my job. I don't worry about that at all. At some point, when everybody can pass me by, I'm going to retire. I'm going to play golf every day. I'm going to be on the beach. I'm at that point in my life where I'm good. And so I've done enough in this game that I'm fine. But while I'm here, it's guys like him. He reminds me of me when I was younger. He really does. And I told him that last year. And I shared it with him, information that I hadn't shared with anybody else. And I told him that last year because I see the drive, the passion, the desire to be great. And that to me is the most important thing. And so I've since he came in last year and I watched him go between two jobs and get things done and be, and then once we were gone, he's doing everything. He's OC, he's this, he's that, going back and forth. It's just like, man, I always told him, and then he went off to college. And so he actually called me and asked me some advice about the college. And as I've told him, I will always tell you the truth. I'm not going to tell you selfishly or some reason that I ulterior motive. He called me, had questions. I gave him the God's honest answer. And next thing you know, he went off to college. Again, it was a job that I blessed him. I said, that's a job you take. Right. And so he went off to college. It just, the greatest things is, he called me in training camp and had some questions about things. And I love that because that's how your career starts. It's hard. It's rocky. It's building relationships. It's learning the ropes. It's learning all the details. And so that's the great part. And so him and I have always stayed in contact. And so, like I said, when I came back and I said, hey, if you come back, great. If you continue on, hey, I'm a fan. I'll always, if you ever come play here close, I'll come to a game. And so, like I said, he came back. It was just an opportunity for us to get back together. And I've always told him he reminds me a lot of me in my first couple of years. And so I want to foster that and give him everything that I've got and let him go on. And again, if he's from what we call our coaching tree and he goes off to be a head coach and does a great job and wins championships, hey, it's just a great thing. I'm perfectly happy with that.
Alan Sitterly just put on here, Paul is crazy proof.
That is true. That's true. He had to be from last year. You had to be. So
I get so Paul, like when you think about that, you already have the story you're going to tell, like 10, 15 years down the road when somebody goes, this is the craziest year we've ever been a part of. You'd be like, oh, hold up.
Right. I mean, it's just starting, so there's going to be more crazy years coming. Hopefully not, but
not like that at least.
Yeah. I hope
not this year. That's right. Can we just get through this one?
Exactly.
We can be crazy again next year, not this year.
But I love doing this. So, I couldn't give up on the guys last year when everything was going down, and now that I'm back, I'm not giving up on them again this year. I love doing this. So that's why I'm here.
I love it. All right. So what's your role? What's Paul's role?
Yeah, Paul will be part of the offensive staff. So obviously he'll be involved a little bit of everything. Like I said, I've really kind of taken him under my wing and have him participate in a lot of stuff. He'll work with the offensive line. He'll also be just a real part of just being with me through all the steps. And so I'm going to pour as much knowledge into him as I can this year, and let's see what happens.
And then what position did you play when you played last?
D end and some fullback, some running back.
All right, so a little two-way. That'll work nice. You ever think about not being a coach and trying to play? You ever do the tryout?
Yes.
There he goes. He talked so much stuff to the players last year. I almost put a helmet on him just to find out.
Hey, I still got the competitive drive in me.
I still do too. So it'll never die. It'll never die.
I know. You talked about golf. I've seen you on a golf course, Coach Ware. It's not. It's not pretty when it's not going well.
That's right, because I want to be great. I cannot stand to do anything bad. I have that drive in me. I don't care if we're playing checkers. I want to be the best, and I'm as competitive as they come. So I hate losing.
We're live here at Buca di Beppo from Flop You is me. That's when I take my shirt off. Flop You. Food's out, so make sure you guys are eating. Make sure you leave tips for this great staff. They're working their butts off to make sure you got great food here at Buca di Beppo. So we got so much going on, but one of the things that I have seen, and I'm going to speak just for Jeff Levack right now. Actually, like take the team president hat off.
This is always scary. Reasons. Here we go.
I'm not going to speak for head coach, general manager Damon Ware, offensive assistant Paul Tonic, or Dan, the GM here at Buca di Beppo. I'm just going to speak for me.
I'm scared, people.
I've seen a lot of people ask the question, like, are there more announcements? What's going on? Where's this? What's that? When's this? When's this? And I'm going to be honest, we have a lot of information sitting on our desk back at our offices that we have been told, do not talk about it. It ain't the time. But I see other teams go, hey, we're making an announcement on the 27th. Hey, we're doing this. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at that. Can you tell me why I'm not telling everybody what I already know?
And we've done this all along. We're one of the best organizations in the country, so we always do the right thing. And so we want to tell a lot of things. We really do. And
so many things.
But there are a few things that
like a plus amount of things
we are chomping at the bit and have for many weeks. And so
we're uniform and telling you what we want to tell you.
But at the end of the day, we are part of an organization with 16 teams, and we've got to do the right things. And so
I'm the mascot of what I want to tell you.
But yes, there are some people that are overzealous, and they try to put the information out so they can seem like they're more in the know, and those things are frustrating because we all know this information. And like I said, at the second that I can tell this information, you will hear me scream from the rooftops. I will tell you every little detail. And I will say there is some exciting stuff to come.
Home and away stuff.
It's but I'll let Reasons over here,
I don't even want,
I don't want
to pad the information and give away helmet stuff, but I mean, it's there's so much.
Yeah, there was another podcast that they did say they got their shoulder pads in, and so I would definitely say our shoulder pads are coming in. So
now, mind you, actually, they could have shown up. They were shooting a damn horror movie in our building all week, so we didn't. This is the first time we've been able to go anywhere.
Right, and it might already be here.
I'll give you something else. Smile 2 looks awesome. Okay, I'll tell you that.
Right, our building was packed up with Smile. That was a great deal. They were doing a lot, but. We're obviously our sponsor with equipment is Zenith. Can we
say that?
No, I'm saying that.
Zenith helmets.
Zenith helmets, everybody. Is our helmets.
Zenith helmets. They look really cool, by the way. They're like really.
The cool part about us is we actually went with 2 helmets this year. We will have a white helmet and we'll have a black helmet. So let's give you some information to be excited about.
Richard wants to know, does Philadelphia have a place to play? Yeah, twice in Albany. I know that, okay? Twice in Albany. We'll hand them an L. They can go home with wherever the hell that is. So sorry. So I'm frustrated.
I get it. And Philadelphia's got...
And Steve, you better calm down.
2 games they'll play at home and possibly a third. And I do know that information. So, like I said, this league is in its first year. Is there going to be some growing pains with some certain situations? Absolutely. Are we going to be the best team in the AFL? Absolutely.
Yes. All true. The best team in the AFL. And I just want to tell you that I don't know what the announcement is going to be on the 27th, but I hope we're all uniform in it. I hope
we give the teasers. Yes, on the February 27th, there'll be some good announcements. We're close to having our uniform reveal. Again, as we've said, we take everybody's comments into consideration.
So close.
We talked about obviously we know what the old uniform looks like. We're going to take a lot of things from those uniforms, but make a twist of the new, and there'll be some slight differences. I think you guys will really love the new uniforms. And you can always ask Darius Prince because he definitely helped design them. So there he is.
I was so like there's so many conversations that like for reasons coach doesn't let me be in anymore. I'm frustrated. I want to tell everybody everything. But like we were sitting there, they came to me with like the the mock-up of what the uniform was going to be. And then 10 seconds later, Darius comes into the office and goes, no, it's not what it's going to be. Look at the notes I gave everybody. These are the notes. This is how it's supposed to look. I'm like, if he's this detailed on the field this year, y'all are hosed. It is going to be a rough year for everyone because Darius is dialed into every single detail. Between Darius and Dwayne Hollis, man, like I tell you, we couldn't ask for two more dialed in people. And I had that moment with Darius Prince that I've been wanting to have since the first day I ever talked to him, where he came and he went, I'm glad we were here all this time. I didn't realize how hard this was. I'm like, and then he went right back to busting my stones. And it was but you know, rightfully so. But like these guys are working their butts off, and it's great. But it's just, I guess my point is, just so you guys know, as frustrated as you are to not know the details, we are equally frustrated to not tell you the details, because we're like the amount of calls that I'll walk in his office and he's called the pad provider for the 5th time to go, I just need to know when you're going to ship. I just need to know this. I just need to the helmet people, this, that, and the other. Like, it's gotten to the point where Mike Corda, one of the owners, won't talk to me. He will talk to him because I'll be like, listen, I'll get it here. I'll just start talking about it out publicly. It'll either show up or it won't, or I'll order new ones. It might cost us more, but we can get it done. So now he's like, I'm gonna go to Damon. Damon's gonna actually do this constructively. So we're in. We want to get this done. We want you guys to know everything. And I will tell you that to just kind of build on Coach Ware's point, everything I've seen so far is so freaking cool. It's just like this league wants to be the coolest league. And you hear people talk like that and you go, oh, you're gonna drop the ball. You're not gonna be able to do it. Not this group. And especially not with you on them. Darius calling people like there's supposed to be a ribbon of this and then no second color. What are you doing? Like he's got a second career as a fashion designer at some point. I swear to you.
Number 6 though is going to be the one catching touchdown passes for us, and so at the end of the day, you look good, feel good, play good. That's always something we talk about, and so I wanted him to be as much a part of that conversation as possible. He's going to be the one showcasing that uniform up and down the field every single Saturday or Sunday or Thursday, as we say. But at the end of the day, they are really good looking uniforms. We're super excited. We can't wait for the reveal, and then we can't wait for the reveal of I know everyone's talking about our network partners. Let's just let the elephant in the room. Our network partners have been put together. It's just the how to announce it. It's the parameters of announcing. It's all the print media that has to go with it. All those things were in consideration. It is happening soon. Somebody is hinting at the February 27th date. So that date will be a really good date to pay attention to social media and everything. There will be nice announcements on February 27th, and hopefully you'll be as excited as we are. But I know you will.
Mike Valvo wants me to model the uniforms. No, that's a terrible idea.
How about
Terrible
you do the
idea.
cheerleaders?
All right, just so everybody knows, I'm actually joining the dance team. I didn't want to say it, but I guess I'll say it. No, because
but in all honesty,
can you imagine somewhere Grace, who's the head of the promo team, is going, "No, you are not. You are not."
But speaking for Grace, we do have a cheerleader tryout on this weekend coming up.
We actually have a very packed Saturday of events. That is a big part of it. So the day starts with Coach Ware, Coach Hollis, and Darius Prince are going to be going to the Corning Tower because the stair climb for cystic fibrosis is going on. You're gonna actually kick them off. You're gonna give them a big pep talk.
It'll just be myself and Coach Hollis will be at this event.
Oh, that's right. Darius with me later, right?
So
I got stuff we got.
We're
gonna design outfits.
You guys
for me to be on the dance team.
Well, I can't wait to see that.
Yes, you can.
So we'll start the day with the cystic fibrosis and their run and their stair climb. We'll give them some pep talk and talk to them about getting started with the event. So we're super excited about that. Like I said, we are all about you guys in the community. We have been to so many events this year. We are super proud to be a part of this community. And so like we keep saying, you call us and we'll show up. And so I don't care what it is. You got a, skate party at the skate center. We'll be out there with our, roller skates on. We're really that kind of a group. And so Darius has done a great job. Coach Hollis, myself,
You
Jeff.
call him Coach Usher. He'll put on roller skates. And he will
I
go.
won't be Usher. That I won't be.
Same
but,
six-pack abs. It's
But
a real thing.
but honestly and truly, we really want to be a part of everything around the community we can be a part of. So, like I said, keep calling us. We'll keep coming out. But we love to be a part of this community.
Dan from Buca just came through and pointed at me and was like, "Hey, you guys aren't eating enough. There's plenty of food back there. Listen,
Please eat up.
they're taking care of you. You take advantage, enjoy, and eat up. Eat up whatever you can get going. Saturday continues on, as we said. The tryouts, the auditions for the Firebird Flames will be at ABC starting ABC Gym Fitness over in Loudonville, Latham area. That'll be starting at 11:30 on Saturday. That'll be going on. I drew the short straw. I have to go set up our booth.
Listen to this.
At the Saratoga Beer Summit. I listen. I said, please let me dance. Please let me climb stairs. And they went, no, you go sample beers and hand out information on season tickets to drunk people. That's what you have to do. And I was like, whoa, I've been typecast. So it's a team and everybody has a role to play, and that's
Absolutely.
mine, and I will do it.
And we are glad that you do one heck of a job in your role.
That's all I ask. I mean, listen, I don't even like beer. What was that? That was delightful. That was delightful. That's why I'm in a corner. I'll tell you, now that I've seen the attention to detail, I think President Goat is the way to go. I think it's number 6. All right, so that's all going on Saturday. And if you stop by any of those things, make sure you say hi to us. We still haven't got an answer to your trivia question.
I know.
How many, actually, Tonic, how many different, don't answer out loud. Do you know how many different titles you had last season? Official titles.
Right. Sounds like a trivia question for sure.
This is how bad it was for poor Tonic last year. Like
he's got to really add it up.
I do.
You just pick a number at this point. I mean, it's getting hectic. I'm the one who chugged the beer. What are you doing?
17.
Oh, you weren't supposed to say it out loud. He said it out loud. Okay, so all right, wait. Here's the trivia question: how many different official titles did Paul Tonic have? Was that 17? How'd you know? All right, she gets a prize. Coach, pick a prize for her. There you go. We're live at Buca di Beppo. We're having an absolute blast as per usual. Let's see. Paul's just like, I just want to survive.
Give out your prize.
There you go.
That you gave them the answer to.
Did anybody get the year?
Nobody knows what year.
All right. So
Wade's real coming out party rookie year was all the other league put up huge numbers. Great. 2018. Who said it?
There he is.
You won it. Yeah.
2018.
You won it.
It's weird too because
you choose.
I didn't know that you had a history. Or do you want the water flask or the foam football? Which one do you want? There you go. How old are you? 13. Good. Then just watch.
Somebody's been being really good.
I use that to sneak liquor around. Oh, there you go. Dan saw me drink. Let's see here. This is vitamin water. Just so everybody knows, that's all that is. That's all that. Nothing.
You got it.
Let's see here. All right. So, wow. There's a lot going on. What are you saying over there? All right. There's an angry bald man. I think we did most of the stuff. Oh, you good to talk? You real quick, Paul? Let me grab those real quick for
Yep.
Steve. I want to introduce Steve is so we've been lucky to be friends with Steve for a little while now. I don't know what's going on over there, but I hear Darius, and it's never good. All right, so Steve Lounsbury.
Yes, sir.
You have been giving us a hard time online for a very long time.
Absolutely.
You have volunteered, and now I would like to introduce everyone to our very first Booster Club president, Steve Lounsbury. So Steve's job is going to be to boost. President to president. Good luck with that. So, all right. So why did you want to be the Booster Club president?
I just I love arena football. I love the teams that have been in Albany, and I just want to do my part to help that continue.
So if you were interested in helping out with the Booster Club, Steve is the guy to reach out to. You can't avoid him online. He's everywhere. And I mean everywhere. He's a Steelers fan, so that's nothing can go wrong with that, right? That's I mean, you gotta remember that Darius is from Philadelphia, so he's not a big Steelers guy. But welcome. So he's from Pittsburgh. But welcome, Steve. So we'll be working with Steve. We're getting things together, taking care of the players, doing a lot of stuff to help, and being there for the fans as well. So welcome. And he's got to put a cabinet together. So if you want to help out with the Booster Club, talk to Steve, and we'll get you rolling. Steve, thank you.
Yep.
And if you need any help, Paul Tonic is the guy. He's only got one title so far this year. We don't want to short him on titles.
Got to get him 16 more titles before the season's over.
No, in seriousness, like we really appreciate you stepping up to help out. And for everybody who wants to help, please just jump in. Titles are traps. Don't worry about titles. Like they call me president, but the real truth is I'm just here to support what Coach Ware is doing and what the guys are doing because there's no other real. Listen. I should not be called president of anything. Like let's be clear. There were some mistakes made. It's a support role job as far as I'm concerned. So get ready to do the same thing, man.
Absolutely.
Welcome, Steve. Appreciate you. Round of applause for Steve. All right. I think that's.
We also got patrons in the building.
What's that?
I think we got patrons.
Oh, we got a
building.
patron in the building. All the patrons. You want to stay in there? No, he's in training camp. He's in training camp, and he just saw me chug a beer. He's not coming over here.
All right.
We do ask you guys to support the patrons, though, for sure. Like we love those guys. They play their butts off, and it's
we'll
all
be at some
Albany
games
sports.
for sure.
Yeah, whether you won't be able to keep us out. We roll deep. We'll be in there. Darius hasn't said nothing today, which is freaking me out a little bit. All right.
Oh, you want me on the show?
Yeah, well, it's ratings. Do you want Darius on the show?
Get your parents in.
Like Prince come on the show, and I would have came on the
You
show.
haven't been on in a while, man.
Yeah, I was laying low.
Everybody, you guys, you fans of the GOAT?
I love you guys.
So just so everybody knows, Darius has been instrumental in getting people their season tickets. So if you don't have your season tickets yet, you want to talk to Darius. He's been instrumental in getting people their regular season tickets, all that stuff. Single game tickets go on sale March 1st. If you really just want a single game ticket, just call the office. We'll figure something out. We'll get you done. But Darius been busting his butt, man. We appreciate it, man. You've been doing a great job.
Oh, I appreciate it. Like I said before, I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. And I can't wait to get things rolling, man, in the MVP arena. April 27th. Can't wait.
And you've been everywhere. You have I live here. I don't go to the places you go.
Yeah. Me and Coach Hollis really been out in the community so much, man. Just trying to rebuild what we experienced playing on different teams. When we played in Philadelphia, we used to come here and you guys used to average like 9,000 fans a game, just a regular game. So, we really want to get back to that because we know it's here. So, whatever we could do, we're busting our butts to get out in the community as much as possible. And, we just want to bring back that energy that we know that MVP, the Albany community, capital region has to offer for us.
We actually, I think it was Tim who asked, since you're helping design the uniforms, are they going to look at the old Soul uniforms? Yeah, Tim said if DP helped design them, they're going to look like the Philadelphia Soul unis.
Absolutely not. But yeah,
I think can I take a swing and answer this for you?
Go ahead.
Again, support staff. That's all I am. The Philadelphia Soul is a great place to be from. You're home now. You are a Albany Firebird through and through.
Yeah.
So
we here.
He did good things with the Soul. Not in 2019, but
I knew that was coming.
I had to. I had to do one.
We got to get rid of that.
But-
We got to get away from that.
But you and Hollis, like you guys are Firebirds, man.
Yeah.
Your Empire, your Firebirds. Your Empire when it
I
was
mean-
still the Empire
Yeah.
that was built to win, and now you're Firebirds through and through.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's just something about this community that I grew to love. Like I said, it's not.
It's Mike. You love Mike.
Mike ain't bringing my check today at the mall, so I ain't messing with Mike today, man. Mike had all the checks in hand. He ain't have one for me, so me and Mike got like a little beef going on right now. And I ain't messing with Mike right now. But no, seriously, being from Pittsburgh, it's a bigger city than this, but actually being here and just the community, just being involved in everything and the love that they've shown me since 2021, man. It's hard to leave. It really is, man. It's really hard to go somewhere else when you know that there's genuine people here that love you and support you and treat you like family from day one. So and I'm big on that. You guys know me. Anybody that I'm close to know how big I am on loyalty. And that's something that this community makes me feel like. So, yeah, I love it here. And it was a no-brainer when the owners called us and was like, hey, you want to move in a couple months early and help out? It was a no-brainer for me to say yes. So
I gotta be honest. The only difference between Darius and my biological family is Darius and I make up after we fight. That's the only difference.
yeah.
No, but it's just great. Like I said, when you see greatness and you've got to kind of appreciate it. And like I said, we had some good conversations back in 21 where he didn't believe that he could win a league MVP. And we sat there and talked about it. He's coach. No way a receiver can win over a quarterback. And I told him, I said, it's possible. And we made it happen. And those are the stories that are just so fun. And both of us will remember those things for the rest of our lives. And so, again, enjoy watching this kid while he's in his prime and enjoy it. When you have greatness, you got to enjoy it and appreciate it. And when he's gone, like I said, we're gonna lose some greatness. And so just happy to have him back one more year.
I want to say something because I remember so MVP,
Yeah.
first ever, actually, I'm sorry, only ever non-quarterback MVP in the history of that league. The only one to ever do it. That year, for some reason beyond my understanding, I got executive of the year. There was a trophy missing, and that was coach of the year. So I'm going to say this right now to the Arena Football League. If you're watching, I'll ruffle more feathers. If this man doesn't get coach of the year this year, you're cowards and you screwed up. He is the man. Everybody's back because of him. I do everything in my power to give him a hard time about not having that trophy yet because he deserves it and because he is family. But if you don't get it this year, then we're storming the offices.
Yeah.
We're storming the offices.
And yeah, absolutely. And I just want to speak off of let's give a round of applause to Coach Ware, man. Let's give it to him, man. And I just want to piggyback off that. Since I met this guy, this guy put countless hours in the office, man, and he makes sure that we're laser focused on every single thing, all down to the details. And he literally was robbed 2 years. We had the best offense 2 years in a row, and he got robbed. And he said, you know what? Let's just go out there and win a championship. Forget that. You know what I mean? Like, we go out there and win a championship, but he does deserve his flowers. And we give that to you, Coach. We appreciate you. We love you, man. And whether they believe it or not, we know what you do for us, man. And we here and we ride with you, man.
I appreciate you.
In all seriousness, you want my executive of the year ball because you earned it. It's easy to be the executive of the year when he's putting numbers up on it. Look how smart that guy is. I'm smart. He's out here just putting up numbers.
I love our group, though. We have a great group, a great organization full of people that love the team, and that's what it's all about. I don't do it for the awards. I do it for the guys around me, and we have a great group of guys. This, Prince and Hollis and you and Mike and everybody. I love you guys, and then that's what it's all about. I'll remember these days for the rest of my life.
He doesn't do it for the trophy, but he deserves the damn trophy.
Facts.
As a matter of fact, who won them those 2 years? Let's go get them.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Real quick, before we end it, let's do questions from the flock. I saw some stuff pop through real quick. I saw how are ticket sales going. Never good enough. They're never good enough. We should be packing that place every week. I know everybody here at Flock you already have your tickets. You're ready to go. Make some noise for the people who are on the fence. Get in here, get your damn tickets. Make some noise.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Call your friends, call your family, your acquaintances. We got to pack the house. It's really going to be a special season. And game number 1, I want to pack this house. It's 25th anniversary for us beating the Orlando Predators back then, and we want to beat them again this first night in April 27th. Get everybody into the arena. Let's pack it up. Let's be 10,000 deep, and let's go.
How bad do you want to be him, Coach? The other coach
I don't
said.
know if you want to use that reference.
I don't know if you want to hear my reference. I say at
we
our
stay in the
meetings,
office. Yeah.
but,
we can't.
I will say this.
I'll put that out there.
It's an
Very
important.
badly. Very badly.
All right.
I'll tell you what. That's going to be a Buca di Beppo exclusive. As soon as we turn this off, Coach is going to tell everybody here the real reference. You see, you got to come to the shows. You got to come to the shows to get everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is important.
To understand why we feel this way.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Every win's important, but obviously that one's it's
It got a little different meaning behind it. So
Hey, I just saw Chuck is here. Chuck Schultz.
stand up, Chuck. Stand up, Chuck.
So Chuck just joined us. If Chuck walks into your place of business, he's going to do you a special deal and get you in on the part of the partnerships, part of the sponsorships. He is the man. He has jumped in with both feet to try and get us into the community, try to get you into the Firebirds. Just make sure that if you see Chuck, open a checkbook. Call him. We like to call it a Chuck book.
Give it up. Hey, give it up for the Chuck.
Open your Chuck books, everyone.
Open your Chuck book.
Open your Chuck
And
books.
one more thing, Dan, can you stand up? Dan, stand up.
Dan.
Come on, Dan, stand up. Come on, Dan,
come over here.
Stand up, Dan. Stand up, Dan.
Dan, come over here.
Hey, Dan.
He said, "I'm good."
Dan told me I was number 1.
Hey, I just want to say we appreciate you and your staff, and we seriously, bro, from one more heart, bro, we appreciate everything you do and your staff. Love you, bro. Thank you, man.
I just want to tell you guys, Dan does such a great job that other restaurants give us crap for how much we love Dan.
Absolutely.
That's how good Dan is. So,
and that's
round of
real.
applause. Give it for Dan and the staff here at Buca. They're amazing.
And that's 1,000%.
Like legit. People that have been in their weddings, they're like, bring Darius and I want to talk to him about how much he likes Dan. And I'm like, well, I don't think I want to be a part of this conversation. Bring him in or I'm gonna pull up your tab. Yo, Darius, we gotta go. All right, listen, you guys, this has been a great crowd, great people.
Absolutely.
You guys are why we do this.
Absolutely.
The flock, man. I'll tell you this, little Benny, who's not here, little Benny Nelson, little Ice Benny.
Benny Ice, Benny Hanna.
He has designed. We have the official design of the Flock U shirt. You'll be able to see it next week. Okay, it'll be available hopefully by next week, but you'll be able to see it next week. The official design of the Flock University shirt. We fought over it a little bit, and then we went, who do we know who's really good at fashion? Darius Prince. He's like, just put Nike logos on it.
Put it everywhere. Nike everywhere.
Can you write it in Nike? No, seriously, everybody, we appreciate you so much. And how about Denise? Where's Ben? Ben went on vacation. How dare he? All right, we listen. We gotta go. We gotta do this thing. Round of applause for the professor himself, Damon Ware. Our coaching staff that is coming out. You got Paul Tonic. You got Dwayne Hollis. You got him right there. And of course, the GOAT who coaches on the field, Darius Prince. Why'd you clap the loudest for yourself?
Not for everybody. But also, the Patroons are having the season openers coming up. So let's give a round of applause to the Patroons. Come on, man. And we support all teams in Albany. All teams in Albany.
They put on a hell of a show.
Yeah, absolutely.
And by the way, the talent on the Patroons this year, second only to the Firebirds. I mean, they are going to be like you guys. Like
I got to give it to them.
The
Firebirds.
They're going to be
absolutely
go Birds. Make sure you take care of everybody here at Buca because they're taking care of us. Everybody get home safe, but don't do it yet because we got to hang out, drink a few, and eat some food. But most importantly, and above all else, flock you.
Flock you.